Good evening, everyone. I'm Abhijit, and I would like to be your host for the evening with this presentation. I have over 11 years of experience in integrated marketing, specializing in lead generation, digital marketing, product marketing, and brand management. Our agenda is to cover introduction to Google AdSense, important metrics and terminologies of Google AdSense, managing Google Ads, result analysis and optimization, connecting Google Analytics and Google Ads. So let's start with Google AdSense. Google AdSense is an ad network run by Google to which website publishers in the Google ad network of content sites serve different kinds of ads like text ads, image ads, video ads, interactive media ads that are targeted to the target audience of the advertisers. These advertisements are administered, sorted, and maintained by Google. So they can generate revenue on either pay per click or pay per impression basis. Basically, Google AdSense is an ad network which provides one monetization way for millions of sites in the world. So AdSense is a participant in the ad choices program. AdSense ads would typically include a triangle shaped ad choices icon. So this is how you differentiate like a display ad or a text ads in display network. It would have a triangle with I and ad choices will be written there. AdSense requires an advertiser to submit a sealed bid. So basically, a sealed bid is a bid which is not observable by the competitors. Additionally, for any given click received, advertisers only pay for one bid increment above the second highest bid. So Google has made its system so transparent. If you say that max amount that you are willing to pay is 100 rupees, Google will not pay you 100 rupees. So based on a complex calculation, Google will calculate what kind of competitors are there. This is applicable for both for search ads and AdSense as well. And Google will charge you just one increment bid above second highest bid. Google currently shares 68% of the revenue generated by AdSense with content network partners and 51% of the revenue generated by AdSense with search partners. We'll understand the details of it. Before moving to the next slide, we have to understand that Google AdSense is not the only ad network in the world. AdSense is the biggest ad network in the world with over 11 million websites using AdSense. But then there are a multiple number of websites or ad networks available for the monetization of your websites. Some of the notable names are Infolinks, BlogHer, Revenue Hits, Mediavine, AdThrive, Media.net, Monumetric, Homo Ads, Propeller. So basically, there are a lot of them, and every day new ones keep popping up. So let's understand what are the types of ads which Google AdSense provide. First one is content, second is search, third is video, and fourth is link units. So let's proceed to the details. Okay, first let's understand what is content for AdSense. So content-based advertisements can be targeted for users with certain interest or context. All these ads which are shown in the Google Display Network, it is based on majorly two things. Either what content is there in your website based on the keywords of your website, which is called context, and this is called contextual targeting. Second is the user's interest. You might have seen that when you browse the websites, you see a lot of ads in various websites depending on your interest areas. The targeting can be either cost per click or cost per thousand impression, which is called CPM. CPC based targeting is most common. This is applicable for Google search ads as well, and this is applicable for the AdSense network as well. Ad can be simple text ads, it can be image ads, it can be animated images, it can be flash videos, it can be videos, it can be rich media ads. And coming to the number of ads per page, previously Google AdSense had put a restriction that we can only put 3 ads in a single page. But Over the time, Google has realized that the competition is increasing. So, as I mentioned, there are a lot of competitor websites, and they provide a lot more percentage of the revenue also, and they do not put any restrictions. Sensing that competition, Google removed this previous restrictions of 3 ads per page. Also, Google allows publishers to receive 68% of the revenue recognized by Google. Okay, guys, let's see the example. So, Economic Times, I always browse Economic Times sites on a daily basis. My laptop is giving me problem, and I was browsing for buying a laptop in Google search, and bingo. When I come to Economic Times sites, I am seeing a ad from Lenovo, and it is prompting me to buy a laptop. Recently, there was a sale conducted by Amazon. I am sure a lot of you people would have bought from it. So you can see Agio, which is a competitor, they picked up that I have browsed Amazon site. I have gone for the Amazon sale. So they are showing me an ad. And third ad that you can see in this example. Next, let's move to search. This one is pretty easy. This is like similar to Google search, but this kind of search is happening inside a website. So basically, AdSense for search allows publishers to display ads relating to search terms on their websites. So let's take an example of a site, for example, Economic Times. Okay, so Economic Times has thousands and thousands of pages, right? So let's say you want to see you want to search for a news on some Gujarat flood or something. So when you search, there is a probability that if they have opted for this kind of ads, alongside the search results, you will see some ads. Just remember here, the search results will provide links from your own website only. It won't give you a third party link. So basically, your users will be inside your website. They're not going anywhere, but they will see ads. So uh, publishers receive 51% of the revenue recognized by Google. So this is like you're not doing anything. You have built a site, you have built your hard work, you have created a lot of good quality content, image, and all. Just put a search function in your website, and you start getting an extra income. So if the site has already built-in search functionality, a lot of sites have that, right? They already have a built-in search functionality. So Google AdSense provides us a custom search ads, which can be added to show search ads next to your search results. Alternatively, if you do not have a custom search engine, if you do not have a search engine embedded, Google AdSense gives you a custom search engine which can be added to your site where readers can search the site and see targeted ads. Okay, let's move to the next slides. So here it's an example from a good site called parenting.com. So inside parenting.com, one prospective parent or one current parent have searched for baby bottles. So he or she has got some organic search result. They are displayed below. The and ads by Google is displayed in a box and it is highlighted properly. Okay, let's move to the next ads, that is video ads. AdSense for video allows publishers with video content to generate revenue using ad placement from Google's extensive advertisement network. You have to remember one point here. All the like if you are showing a video ad to be displayed, that has to be definitely hosted in Google uh, YouTube channels. Okay, so let's understand what are the types of ads which are displayed alongside your video content. So it can be video content, it can be overlay ads, it can be full slots ads. So let's understand what kind of video ads can appear inside your video content. A video ad can appear before, in between, or after a video content. So, like when it comes before, it is called pre-roll. When it comes in the middle, it is called a mid-roll. and when it comes at the end of your video, it is called post roll. Okay, here we can see the standard non-skippable videos, and they will come in the formats pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll. And then there are true view videos which can be skipped after 5 seconds. So these kind of videos can be shown alongside our existing video content. Second is overlay ads. Overlay ad is a text, image, or a rich media creative that usually appears over the bottom third of the content. Can you see the image? It is pretty clear. Like I'm sure you would have getting these ads on a daily basis. Fourth, this one is a bit tricky. This is called full slot. So full slot ads are text ads, image ads, or rich media creatives that appear before or on pause or after the content. The trick here is users need to close this ad before continuing to the video content or next video. There is a difference here. So let's proceed to the next type of ads, that is link units. Link units are closely targeted to the interest of your users. Because users directly interact with the ad unit, they may be more interested in the ads they will eventually see. Let me quickly show you what a link unit looks like. I'm sure you would have seen these. So you also quickly see that there is an ad choices icon here which differentiate an ad from the generic website content. So coming back to the link units, AdSense publishers are paid for clicks on the ads, and ads on the linked page are pay-per-click Google ads, similar to those shown in regular AdSense ad units. So basically, this is like uh, a kind of a text ad, individual text ads created into a unit. And last point, link ads are responsive by default. They allow you to support a wide range of devices. Because nowadays, ads can come in any devices. It can come from computers and laptops, phones, tablets, and there are multiple screen sizes, there are multiple resolutions. So by default, Google has made the ads responsive. And we'll have to remember one thing here, that Google does not disclose how much it is for link units. Let's understand how does Google AdSense work. So it's actually pretty simple. I'm sure you would have some of you would have tried installing like installing Google Analytics code. So basically, it is a JavaScript code which has to be put into the website. So webmaster or publisher site is the site which is willing to participate in AdSense program, inserts the AdSense JavaScript code to the website, and bingo, it works. Start working from that point. Each time the page is visited by an end user, the JavaScript code is fired, and it fetches content, like it fetches right ads based on either context of your website or interest of the users, and starts showing ads. It is as simple as that. So a contextual advertising system scans the text of a website for keywords and returns advertisements to the web page based on these keywords. The advertisement may be displayed on the web page or can be also displayed as a pop-up ad. For example, if the user is viewing a website pertaining to sports, like I'm sure you must be browsing a lot of cricket websites. So when you are browsing this website, you must be seeing a lot of advertisement related to sports related company. For example, sports goods sellers or other sports websites, etc., etc. Contextual advertisement, also called in-text advertisements or in-context technology. My personal take here, contextual ads are less irritating than traditional advertisements. That is why it influences users more effectively. It shows users the area of interest or expertise of theirs, and thus increases the chance of receiving a response. Let's understand, like, how do we get paid? How do the publishers get paid using AdSense. So AdSense payment cycle is monthly. Publishers accrue estimated earnings over the course of a month, and then at the beginning of the following month, their earnings are finalized and posted as balance on the payments page. If the balance exceeds the payment threshold and if there is no payment holds, publishers will be issued a payment between the 21st and 26th of the month. So, let me give you an example. So let's say Josh Furniture start display ads using Google AdSense. They accrue estimated earnings throughout the month of July. Okay. Let's say the payment threshold for their account is $100, which is kind of default for a lot of parties. For the month of July, it will all be calculated, it will be accrued. By August 3rd, they will see their July month finalized total earnings credited to their AdSense payments page. So it is not credited to their account, it will be credited to their payments page. If that amount has gone more than $100, so if it has increased above their threshold amount, then they will get Josh Furniture will get a payment for their July earnings and any other credits as a lump sum payment in and around August 21st. Also, AdSense would need information about your tax information, your personal identification details, and address. You also need to select a payment method. So these are the different payment methods. AdSense has been very lenient here, depending on different countries and rules of the different countries. They use the various methods like payment, electronic fund transfer, wire transfer, Western Union, Quick Cash, Rapida, and EFT. So also we need to remember that depending on what method you select and depending on what method is available in various countries, it might again take some time in getting these payments. So let's understand the do's and don'ts. What should we do to maximize our AdSense income? First point, produce good quality content that attracts and engages users and provide good user experience. Create and maintain a content calendar around a theme. If your site is into fashion blogging, maintain the theme. Do not add random new topics just for the sake of AdSense profitable keywords or getting guest posts, etc., etc. So stick to your theme. Definitely, it will get good results over time. So let me move to the next point. Follow Google Webmaster and AdSense guidelines. So this point is actually applicable for all the website owners. It is just not for AdSense users. So Google Webmaster guidelines generally ask you to create content for people, the people, not for search engines. So it asks webmasters to avoid things like using automatically generated content, participating in link schemes, creating pages with little or no original content. Also, methods like cloaking, putting sneaky redirects in the website, putting hidden text or links in the website, using doorway pages, scraped content, and the list goes on. Basically, as website owners, we should always stick to these guidelines. We should never use any unnatural ways to get some traffic. AdSense guidelines also essentially tell all the same thing. They also tell not to tamper with AdSense codes. Keep a SEO checklist ready. So this is important for all the website owners. Because I have mentioned that I have a couple of websites on my own. So I have always kept a SEO checklist ready, some of which points are directly on top of my mind, like setting up Google Search Console, installing Google Analytics, setting up Bing Webmaster Tools. Yeah, one thing here, never forget Bing. Because just remember, Google is only 76% of the search. The rest 24% belongs to different um, search engines. So never ignore Google. Coming back to SEO checklist, setting up Bing webmaster tools, submitting XML sitemap to search engines, prepare your robot.txt file, use rich snippets, keep the URL SEO friendly, write long form content, include primary keywords in the first paragraph, focus on maintaining keyword density, and the list goes on. I don't need to tell all the list to you here. You can easily create one for yourself or search for a good one. A lot of uh, sites that are available in the internet which can give you a free one. Fourth point, keep an eye on cost per click column while doing a keyword research. So it is commonly believed that traffic is directly proportional to money in blogging. But this is not accurate in terms of AdSense advertisement. The reason for this is so many factors which can affect your AdSense incomes. Some of them are your ad placement, which is very important, your ad types, your traffic sources, and most importantly, the AdSense cost per click. So, if you are using keyword research for your website, keep an eye on the cost per click factor. I use SEMrush as a tool, and I would highly recommend using SEMrush tool. By choosing some keywords which have high CPC. I'm not saying that just go and choose only high paying CPC keywords, cost per click wala keyword. But first thing, according to the first point, it should be as per your theme, as per your site theme. Secondly, you should select some of the profitable keywords. Okay, next point, mix and match different formats. This is also a very important point. So many site owners that I have interacted with simply use images because they believe, and this is also one of the myths of AdSense, that image ads work better. But from my experience, believe me, it is not like that. I advise the site owners to use all ad types. Like we have covered the different type of ad types, right? AdSense for search, then link based ads and videos. So videos are generally out of purview for uh, us, but then we can easily use AdSense for search. And I am a big fan of AdSense for search because it not only helps you monetize your content, it also helps with user navigation. So user can find the right content in your website if you put a search functionality in your website. There are some pro tips for WordPress website owners. So I'll quickly browse through it. This is pro tip, and I was recently sitting down with one of my friends who is a website owner. He has very good traffic in his website. So we found these points out. Google recommends using 720x 728 into 90. That is leaderboard image ad unit above the fold of homepage and below the main navigation bar. Also, depending on the page length. So these are for the home page. Depending on your page length, if the page length is good, use a vertical ad unit of same size. Test different ad units like either 160 cross 600 or 300 cross 250, medium rectangle in your sidebar. Or your blog page. Again, WordPress website owners are they thrive on their blogs, so it is very important for them. Is 336 cross 280 large rectangle ad unit at the top of the article. Use a similar ad unit at the end of post before the comment section. Similar to the home page, is a skyscraper or a medium rectangular ad unit in the sidebar. So these are pro tips, very important for you. It is important to understand don'ts rather than do's. So now that we know the do's, we need to understand the don'ts. First, ever try to compensate users or third-party players for viewing ads or performing searches. If Google will come to know that you are doing it, then there is a high probability that your site and your account is banned. Never ever encourage users to click Google ads using phrases like click the ads or support us. Never try to draw user attention to the ads using arrows or some graphical gimmicks. Never try to place misleading images alongside individual ads. Basically, ad units should be very clear. Unit should clearly say that these are ads. So place anything nearby, Google is not gonna like it. Never place ads in a floating box script. Google does not like it. Same. Practice has to be avoided at all costs. Never try to format your ads so that they become indistinguishable from other content on that page. Your site and ads should have some gaps. Like Google sometimes says that it should be at least 15 pixels. So never try to mix things. Never try to make them indistinguishable. Never try to format site content so that it is difficult to distinguish it from ads. So it is the reverse way. So any which way you do it, Google will not be liking it. Never try to place misleading labels above Google ad units. Like ad units can only say that they are sponsored ads or they are paid ads. Ad units cannot be labeled as favorite sites or today's top offers or something like that. Don't ever click on your own Google AdSense. Lot of like if you go to an AdSense forum, you will see a lot of site owners complaining about this that I'm banned from Google AdSense, and one of the major reasons is that they do not get any revenue. They get frustrated, they click their own ads, and you're gone. And believe me, guys, Google is very serious about its policies. Once you get banned, it is very difficult to reinstate your account. Even if you recreate the account, there's a very high probability that it is going to be banned. And the same applies for Google Ads as well. So never try to fool around with Google Ads or Google AdSense. Do not use automated click and impression generating tools like robots or deceptive software. Believe me, guys, there are a lot of these black hat things available in the market. Do not try to use that. If Google knows, and you know Google is the big daddy, they will definitely know that you are using some of these automated uh, processes, and you will be banned forever. Okay, let's move to matrices now. First metric is ad request. Ad request is counted whenever your site requests ad to be displayed. It is the number of ad units that requested ads for content ads or search queries for search ads. So ad reports an ad request each AdSense reports an ad request each time a request was sent, even if no ads were returned. Let me quickly explain you this. So let's say you have a page, you have a blog page, and you have put three ad units there. So three is the number of ad requests. So depend based on different criteria, like based on your content, based on the data Google has about visitor, Google will return you the number of ads. So it will depend on a lot of things. So if the user is browsing your website at 2 a.m. in the night, some people might have put time restrictions also, some advertisers. So depending on a lot of things, you might be able to show three ads, can be zero or one as well. Okay. Next point is ad request coverage. Coverage is the percentage of ad requests that returned at least one ad. Generally speaking, coverage can help you identify sites where AdSense is not able to provide targeted ads. Formula for coverage is ad requests that return ads. So in the previous example, if out of the three slots, only one slot displayed an ad, so this is 1 divided by 3 into 100. So if two ads are shown on that page, out of three slots, it is 66.67%. Likewise, if you have a search box, coverage of 80% would mean that an average of one query out of the five did not show any ad. I hope I am clear about it. Poor coverage is a sign that Google was not able to provide ads suitable for your page and did not return any ads. Ad request CTR. As you know, CTR is click through rate. So ad request click through rate is the number of ad clicks divided by the number of ad requests. Very simple. If you received 7 clicks out of 1,000 ad requests, so CTR would be 0.7%. ad request RPM. It is revenue per 1,000 impressions. So ad request revenue per 1,000 impressions is calculated by dividing your estimated earning by the number of ad requests you have made, multiplying it by 1,000. So for example, if you earned an estimated $60 from 15,000 ad requests, your ad request RPM would be like $60 divided by 15,000 in 2,000, which is $4. It's pretty simple. The number of times a user clicked on a standard content ad. Cost per click. Again, very simple and important metrics. Amount you earn each time a user clicks on your ad. CPC is calculated by dividing the estimated revenue by the number of clicks received. Earnings. Again, straightforward number. Estimated earning for a publisher. But that very recent numbers can be a little problematic, but you can in your dashboard you can see your recent earnings up to yesterday. Impressions. So this looks like a simple one, but this is an important one. Impression is counted for each ad request where at least one ad had begun to download to the user's device. Is the number of ad units for content ads or search queries for search ads that loaded ads. A very important point here to note is there are, I told you, right, there are a lot of ad networks, they are available. To maintain a standard, there are standard bodies like the Interactive Advertisement Bureau, which is IAB, or the Media Rating Council, MRC. They do a lot of research on this. They do a lot of periodic reviews, update industry standards for impression measurement. They also recommended guidelines. Over time, the standards for counting an ad impression on the web has evolved from counting an impression when the ad is served to counting an impression when the ad starts to download on the user's device. So there is something called a served impression. There is something called a downloaded information. Impression CTR, the ratio of impression that resulted in a click. Straightforward. Okay, let's move to managing Google Ads. So these are the steps for setting up a paid search campaign. So this is generally first step for each campaign, not only for paid campaigns, for any campaigns. First step is generally to identify measurable goals. Once we identify measurable goals, we move forward. And in case of SEO and PPC campaigns, we move forward for the keywords. So in case of a paid campaigns, the second step is like identifying keywords, structuring them into proper campaigns and ad groups. This is very important. Then create perfect ads for your target customer. The important point is the target customer. And while you are while you are measuring your goals, you need to understand your target customers perfectly. So what kind of searches they are doing, what kind of sites they are browsing. Once you crack all these details, you are good in Google Ads. Fourth point, review the results and make changes if required. Okay, let's move on to identifying the measurable goals. These are some of the common goals that I identify. Goals can be much more trickier, complexer, but let's keep it simple for the discussion. Goals can be like total number of business leads required from a paid search campaign. Can be total number of revenues to be generated from a paid search campaign. For e-commerce campaigns or visibility campaign, goals can be total amount of traffic to be generated. Fourth, for app campaigns, goals can be total number of app downloads or in-app actions. Let me quickly move to the first. First point, as we discussed, is identifying the keywords. So Google has given a wonderful tool for free. It is called Keyword Planner. In Keyword Planner, once you identify the goals, you start searching. Google gives you this tool. You can put as many searches in these tools. You just have to put your search terms. You can define a geography. So if you are targeting United States, you can put US. If you are targeting India, you can put India. if I am creating a campaign specific for Bangalore, I can put Bangalore. So once you do this, you'll be able to see the keyword search volumes, estimated cost per click, and so on. And you'll be able to get an idea like how much approximately you are going to spend. The ad manager at Josh Furniture is searching for terms like buy office furniture online, buy garden furniture online, sorry, buy garden furniture, buy furniture online. And what data Google is giving, he has put location as India. It could have been narrowed down. It could have been Bangalore or Chennai or narrower also. So yeah, once they are putting this data, they are getting average monthly searches. Competition, you can clearly see the competition is very high, and because they've already not started the ads, the ad impression shares are not shown. Then you can also see the top of the page bid in the low range and higher range. So for buy office furniture online, Josh Furniture knows that I have to spend something like 2 rupees to 20 rupees. And again, what all details it will depend on? It will probably depend on their quality score and ad rank. Let me move to campaigns. Very important. This is the first structure. Campaign is like, I generally take this approach. I create campaigns according to network, geography, device segmentation, product type, and probably many other details. So I'll give an example. Josh Furniture selling chairs and tables in Bangalore and Chennai. So look at the data point. It's a furniture company. It can sell chairs. It can sell tables. It can sell uh, garden chairs. It can sell garden furniture. It can sell bedroom furniture. Different set of keywords. Two different locations, Bangalore and Chennai. They also have like you can select text ads or display ads. Depending on that, you can select first. First step is to uh, create a good campaign structure for search ad campaign for garden furniture for Bangalore. So choose one keyword theme, choose one location, and choose one network. So search network, one keyword theme, which is garden furniture, one location Bangalore. Create a create a campaign first, give it a meaningful name, start working, start optimizing. Similarly, create a create one for display ads as well. Then once you master the structure, for the next campaigns, you just need to load campaign settings. I have highlighted here that no need to add the campaign setting every time. You can just load your campaign settings. Then comes ad groups, very important point. Ad groups are part of like the ad campaign and sorry, yeah, they are part of the ad campaign. They help in recognizing the ads by common theme. So if you select garden furniture, you can again go granular. So it can be like garden chairs, it can be garden tables, it can be something else. So my advice here, go as granular as possible. Select very tightly themed ad groups. Choose two, three, four words max. Do not go beyond that level. Create targeted ads for those keywords. At the ad group level, bidding is done to control the ads display. So let's move to the next point, ad copy creation. Again, probably the most important point for text ads and similarly for display ads. So for time constraints, I have taken the example of text ads. As you can see, a text ad copy, there is a final URL, there is a headline 1 which is 30 characters, headline 2 30 characters, headline 3 is 30 characters. Point to be noted here, headline 3 has been recently introduced. It may or may not show. So headline 1 and headline 2 will definitely show. Depending on the devices, depending on various other points, these factors will show. Then there is a display path, which is like your website name slash path1 slash path2. So for example, in case of Josh Furniture, it can be joshfurnitureshop.com slash garden furniture. Then there is description 1, which is 90 characters, and description 2 would be 90 characters. Again, when you type things here, Google will show you two previews. one for desktop, second for mobiles. Effectively reach your potential customers, next ad should be very specific, relevant, attractive, and empowering. Some of the good practices that you can follow. You can highlight the differentiating factor first. Then you can include at least one keyword. So remember, inside your ad group, there are 3, 4, 5, 6 keywords. You can choose to go very broad and you can put 20 keywords. But do you think that if you create one ad or 20 keywords, would you be able to do a justice? No, right? So that is why I told you that keep the things tight, keep them tightly themed, maximum 2, 3, 4 keywords, 5 keywords per ad group. Then include your call to action like buy now or call us now, visit our store. Fourth point, include prices, promotions, exclusive, self-explained. Fifth point, make sure the ad text matches with the landing page. Most important point, we covered this point. Whatever is your ad, like whatever is the term which is creating your ad. So the keyword, text, and the landing page should all be on the same page. They should speak the same language. Make sure your ad extensions complement your ad copy. How? We'll see in the next slide. So ad extension are additional pieces of information such as additional links from your website, telephone numbers, seller reviews that becomes a part of your advertisement on Google search ads. What do they do? They actually grab more real estate. But by adding an ad extension, the size of your ad increases. And size does matter, right? So when the size of the ad increases, users would most likely to notice it more and click on these ads. So there are some examples shown to you here. Third point, you can use extensions based on your business goals. Very important point. If your goal is to get customers to buy from your business location, if you want people to get, like, if you want to direct your prospective customers to your store or restaurant or any other place, you can use location extension. Very important point. So apart from location extension, there is something called affiliate location extension. For example, I am Kia company and I am creating my ads for my individual dealers. Okay, so I'm just trying to facilitate them, right? So instead, like I cannot give Kia Motors address there. So I'll create an affiliate location and I'll give the address of uh, XYZ Motors, which is a Kia Motors authorized dealer, and I can give their location example. Second point is call out extension. Add additional text to your ads like free delivery, 24x7 customer support, etc. etc. Second type of goal. If you want your customers to contact you by phone, simple, use call extension. So Google also had a text message option, but it is not there anymore. Third goal, get customers to convert to your website. Basically, if you want people to visit your website, you can use site link extension. So site link is like you can keep 2 or 4 site links uh, so that people can come to your website directly. For example, you can give your hours or order now direct link can be given. Again, call out extension, add additional text to your ads like free delivery, 24x7 customer support, etc. etc. And there's an advanced concept called structured snippets. The structured snippet would also give extra information on your product or service category. Also, there are price extensions, and this is not available in all the countries. If your goal is to get people download your app, then pretty simple, use app extension. Then comes ad scheduling. Ad scheduling allows you to set custom times throughout the day when you want your ads to run specific hours for each day. For example, you can use the ad scheduling for specifying certain number of hours or days of the week when you want to show your ads. For example, I am a restaurant and I want to I want to attract people near, I want to attract office buyers, office goers near my restaurant to my restaurant. So what I will do is like I will provide much more importance during the lunch time or the afternoon time when people go and meet other people. So I'll put my location extension, I'll put my call extension, all these details in the right times only. We can also go a step further and set bid adjustments, increase or decrease your bids for specific days and times. Amazing, right? So by default, Google ad campaigns are set to show ads all day. So when you do not touch your scheduling part, it is set to all day. Conversion tracking, probably one of the most important points. It is again a free tool provided by Google Ads. So you can specify the actions which are important for you. For example, whether they are buying a product or signing up for your newsletter, whether they are calling your business or downloading your app. Depending on your business goal, you can set it up. So when a customer completes an action uh, that you have defined as a conversion, you can see the details of conversions. My suggested method here, use Google Analytics conversion tracking methods. And for that, you need to link your Google Ads with Google Analytics. So let's quickly understand how we do that. Linking Google Ads to Google Analytics. Very important point. Probably it's the first step that you should take in order to view Google Ads data inside Google Analytics account and vice versa. Basically, there are two different accounts. One is Google Ads, and there is Google Analytics account. We need to link them. Before linking them, first step is to enable auto tagging in Google Ads. Otherwise, the data may not report correctly between two platforms. And remember, both the platforms have used different ways to collect this data. So we need to be very careful here. In analytics, as per the screenshot, I think you can see the screenshot. Go to go to your admin view, go to properties, and do your Google Ad links. And next steps are pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure you will be able to do it. Once you link your Google Analytics account with your Google AdWords account, uh, then you can view ads data inside analytics. So you once it is linked, you go to Google Analytics, you go to the overall view, you go to the acquisition part, you browse to the Google Ads part, then go to the campaigns. Then you will be able to see the clicks data, the cost data, cost per click data, how many users, how many sessions, and amazing part, bounce rate, just per session. These are all Google Analytics data, right? You cannot see this data in Google AdWords. Once you link both the properties, you will be able to see all the data inside in one window. Similarly, you can see your shopping data, your display targeting data. I have not shown it here. You can see it. Viewing analytics data in Google Ads. It is the reverse one. Now that you are able to see the AdWords data in analytics, will I want you to know that you can also do the reverse thing. So apart from the usual AdWords data like campaign data, budget, status, clicks, impression, CPR, that is through rate, average CPC, we can also see the analytics details inside your AdWords. So these are average visits, pages per visit, percentage new visits, etc., etc. Bounce rate. This is very important. I need your full attention here. Multi-channel funnel report. This is very important. In analytics, conversions and e-commerce transactions are credited to the last campaign. So it is by default, attribution in analytics is set to last step that a user did while converting. So attribution, by default, it is attribution is set to the last action. So probably it is the last search or last paid ad. By default, it will be shown like that. But what what role did prior website referrals, searches, or ads play in that convergence? We need to understand that. How much time passed between the user's initial interest and his or her purchase? We need to understand in order to understand the user funnel, how the user moved from top of the funnel to bottom of the funnel. It is very important to understand that. We need to see that, okay, first time the user came to my site using a paid ad, then probably he or she came directly and converted, or probably they came to my website for using paid search, then do some display campaign, they converted. So in this report, I want you all to check this report. There are paths given like that. So users have come first, they have come via paid search like text ads and all. Then they have come via display ads. There are users who have come via paid search, then they have come directly to the website and converted. And if you are a e-commerce site and if you have installed e-commerce data properly, you'll be able to see that how much conversion value it got. For normal users, the values will be zero. So let's come to the last step of our uh, discussion, that is optimization. Very important. Google AdWords, most important point is like doing continuous optimization. And how do we do continuous optimization? First point is for keywords. We need to check the keyword status always. Are the keywords are all of them eligible? Are all of them performing properly? When I say performing properly, are all of them getting good through rate? CTR is high or not? Are the bids like, are they underbidded? Like the top page bid is much higher. The impressions are counted, but it is not getting clicks. So we need to check all of this. Then we need to go to the search term reports on a regular basis. So whenever we analyze the search term reports, we will see a lot of negative keywords coming. So we need to keep adding the negative keywords so that our ROIs becomes better. We need to review our max cost per click. So this is very important. Check cost per click, check the corresponding quality score, and gradually improve. Our idea should be decrease the cost per click gradually. Basically, if our quality scores will improve, our max cost will go down. Find out new keywords. Again, uh, like you need to continuously use the Google tools like keyword tools. Also, from the search report, you will see a lot of new keywords which you can use. Last point, test out branded keywords. Branded keywords are the keywords which uh, use your brand name. For example, Walmart or Edureka. People do not remember Edureka website. You will just type Edureka, and they will come to your. They will get a CRP page. We need to bid on these as well. Let's move to the next point. Tighten up campaign structure. Very important point. The ad group should be tightly structured. It should have maximum 2, 3, 4 keywords so that we can do a justice to these keywords and put a text which properly caters to all these keywords. So generally what happens when we start our campaigns, we are not that particular. So we create slightly broader ad groups. So in case we had done that, nothing to worry about. There's always room for restructuring. Keep reviewing the campaigns. And also one point here, most of the time advertisers are under pressure that okay, we need to deliver an ad campaign within 1 day or 2 days. So initially we might not get time for very good ad structuring. I would recommend you to do that. And then when you get time in the future, you can always go back to the same campaigns, do restructuring, split up ad groups. Again, review your ads. You need to, whatever good ad you have produced, you need to return to those ads. You need to continuously test new ads. The first thing, for any ad group, you should at least create 3 key ad groups. At least for each ad group, minimum 3 ads. Then you need to check how these ads are performing. Are they getting enough clicks? Are they getting enough conversions? Are they getting enough impressions? If some of them are not getting any impressions, pause them and uh, add new ones. Message matching. Message matching is very important. I've told it again and again. Your keyword, your ad text, and your landing page should all match. Dynamic keyword insertion. So Google provides us a way. If your ad group has 4 keywords, you can, or 5 keywords, or whatever number of keywords, you can do curly brackets, and you can use dynamic keyword insertion. So basically, for all these keywords, your ads will be triggered. So your headline will show, or your body will show whenever there is a dynamic insertion. Good practice. I always do that. I would also recommend you to do that. But never do that if you use a lot of broad keywords, because that can kill your ad also. Utilize the display URL. On low-lying fruit, a lot of advertisers forget. A display URL also, you can use your keyword and you can use important point in the display URL. Remember, it is after your website. It is like there are two different fields of 15 characters each. Use call to action. I've already explained this point before. Stand out from crowd. You have to do that by continuous experimenting and continuous A/B testing. Highlight your USPs. Again, explained it before. Grab attention with an amazing headline. So headlines are like generally boldened. So you need to write an amazing piece of headline. And the practice which I generally follow is I try to include the keyword in the headline. I would also recommend you to do that. Next point, optimizing your website and landing page. Again, constantly test new landing pages. One very important point here, Google puts a lot of importance on page speed. And Google always improves the quality of page speed. So like Google also gives a lot of importance for mobile page speed as well. You need to do that. You need to put importance on page speed. You need to constantly test new landing page. You need to take care of UI UX issues. Make sure there are no UI UX issues. Google does not like that. Keep your language and cultural aspects in mind. A lot of time, what happens is we do a lot of multi targeting. Like I have also done this in the past. I've done the mistake. I created a campaign for US and UK. So I created same. I used the same landing page blindly. I used the same ad text blindly. Strict no. Both the country people speak English, but way they speak English and the way they pick words are different. You need to take care of these small aspects in mind. Most important point: do the on-page fixing of landing pages. Do the SEO fixing of your landing pages properly, like assigning proper headline tag, title tag, proper meta descriptions, assigning proper image alt tags, etc., etc. Optimize your ad extensions. Ad extensions, very example, I explained you in detail. Use ad extensions as per your goals. Uh, Use whenever appropriate. Consider scheduling ad extensions as per your office timing, or as per your store timing, or as per your customer's convenience. You can measure your ad extension performance. So you need to do that periodically. Define your search. Review your location settings. Very important. Sometimes like people create an ad campaign for US. So let's remember that US has 50 states, and US, the East Coast has a lot of search volumes. The West Coast has a lot of search volumes. Central part of US does not have a lot of search volume. From my experience, I'm telling this. So you need to further go down, go more detailed. You can break down your locations from overall US to New York, probably New York State, New York City, California, like different cities of California. And you can also try out specific location targeted landing page. Believe me, they work amazing. Save money by scheduling. Schedule your ad only to appear during business hours. I explained this. Increase or decrease your bids depending on the results. Increase quality score. Quality score is the most important factor and it depends a lot on click-through rate. Click-through rate of your ads can only be increased when you experiment a lot on the ad text. So you need to put right keywords. You need to do a lot of experimentation to write good ad text. Optimizing landing pages, optimizing ad text pages, explained before. Test out SKAGs. Very important concept. SKAGs is like single keyword ad group. So recently, a lot of AdWords experts have been like, advising this. I have also tried myself. Believe me, it works wonders. You take a single keyword based on the search volumes, or probably which the one which is most important for your target customers. Create story around it. So out of that single keyword, you create a landing page, you create that ad group, and then keep optimizing. I'm sure ad your quality score will increase like anything. I tried this. My quality score increased from 5 to 8, it reached 10. You'll understand how much impact it will have on the costs. So probably you will have to pay less than half of what you used to pay before, or even lesser. Important point: keep optimization as a process. You need to implement it as a process. You need to keep doing it. Lower your CPC and maintain value for money. And for high quality scores, use tags, use tightly themed ad groups, and also ask question like, do I need to aim for first position? Because a lot of time first position, like the cost per click is very high. You can lower your cost per bid. You can still be on second and third position. So you are still on top of the fold, but you're paying much lesser. So you need to think about things like that. Then reallocating budgets from underperforming campaigns. Like remove underperforming campaign or pause them, reallocate that same budget. Use search term reports. Last point, review competitors, bid on the competitors' names. So if I am Walmart, I would probably bid on my competitor Best Buy's name. So you can also do that. Get ideas from your competitors. How would you do that? You can use some innovative tools. I have used a tool called SpyFu. It is an amazing tool. It will give you within a few clicks. It will give you all the data about what your competitors are doing. You can check out some of the best practices they are doing. Remember, be different. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.